The noise of the wind was soothing, rustling of leaves green and orange. I lifted my paws and planted them firmly on the ground. I could hear the beautiful, serene roar of nature. Bliss. But that was until I opened my eyes. The vision was much more strange than my delicate ears could comprehend. We were in some kind of Eden. All that was there to guide us was that horrific orange glow in the sky. My paws were marching me towards an unknown heaven, and I could not stop with all my might. I did not want to move towards this blinding light, and suddenly, in my desperate search for ground, I dared to look down. My paws. They were the limbs of some forgotten beast. Black, dark, cold, and lacking flesh. The birds flew gleefully in the trees, and the rivers flowed like rainbows through the whistling green grass, tender and sharp. I looked at my hands, and there was darkness. They still had form, but I couldn't reflect that magnificent orange glow on my body. I felt my face, but all I could feel was dark. The tears seemed to be the only stream of color and hope, as I saw them pouring from what must have been my eyes and onto the lush green grass, sprinkling it like fresh dew on a beautiful winter morning. I was marching in tears and great sadness and reluctance. The yellow bright white seemed too beautiful compared to the soulless darkness of my so-called flesh. I pleaded and begged, but it just wouldn't stop. I was pulled over an amazing hill. The winds were cheering for me with great joy, and the animals had gathered to watch my struggle. The trees smiled that all-assuring divine grin. I yelled and cried, and this seemed to rile up this beautiful crowd even more. It was the amazing race towards whatever this light was that was pulling me. It was too sad. And yet, as I gazed over this angelic hill, I saw a vista that broke me down to my very nucleus. I was crying, soulless and sad, crawling up on broken knees and tattered elbows, and a million other beasts around me were doing the same. Ominous figures of darkness that seemed oddly familiar, all crying the same cry, the same plea, agonizing, marching towards the beautiful light in the paradise of Eden. The wild ones, the outlaws, the lone wolves, crying, broken, lost, guided only by the immovable, the unshakable, the unthinkable, the unspeakable, stuff that will bring monsters down to their knees and crying for their mommies. Just dark souls in the stray cat garden on our way to God.